Hello guys, welcome back in Goku Manhwa channel. Let's continue. Some wanderers appeared and instantly demanded our hero hand over the crystal of the Thunder Serpent beast. Yet, as they pleased, when noticing his rank seemed weak, they started to taunt him. Because of this, our hero resolved to make them regret their arrogance. Immediately, he summoned shadow chains and released dark tendrils made of mist around them. The black tendrils snaked forward and swiftly entangled their bodies. And the aura of destruction pouring out from our hero was terrifyingly strong. Those who only moments ago had been proudly boasting before our hero now shivered in fear after seeing the shadow trap and feeling the dreadful energy spreading from him. Staring at those crawling dark tendrils, they fought wildly to escape. But unable to succeed, one of them shrieked in horror. This overwhelming aura is absolutely not something a rank 52 should unleash. Another, pale with dread, stammered that he must surely be disguising his real strength. Then someone else yelled frantically, urging everyone to retreat at once before it was too late. But despite their desperate efforts, not a single one could shake themselves free. Crying out in terror, they begged, "What is this shadowborn curse? Why can I not move against it? Why can I not destroy these tendrils?" Among them, their captain, who had boasted the loudest, was also trapped within the writhing shadows. Struggling to break loose, he used a technique called Celestial Guard and roared as he invoked it. Absolute Radiant Shield. At once, luminous energy erupted from his body, scattering the dark tendrils within moments, enabling him to flee. Breathing hard and nearly drained, he laughed faintly and boasted, "This is the superior form of Radiant Guard once past level 70. It can be mastered within 60 seconds. I can resist any harmful effect. Not even an overlord can harm me at all." Yet before he could complete his declaration, a shadow beast suddenly charged forward and released a devastating strike upon him. The crushing impact slammed into the captain, tearing apart all barriers and striking him head-on. As the blast consumed him, he howled while being hurled backward. From afar, our hero glared coldly and declared in an icy tone that his power was insignificant yet his arrogance boundless. After enduring that devastating hit, the captain coughed up streams of blood, his body trembling in horror. His eyes bulged with disbelief as he thought inwardly, "How can this be my celestial guard destroyed? How overwhelming is this shadow beast's destructive might?" Around him, other shadow creatures swung their colossal weapons at his allies and mercilessly cut them down. The captain, staggering in fear from the blow, scanned the battlefield and whispered to himself, "They surround me, these abominations of his, where could I possibly run?" At that instant, the howls and dying cries of his companions reached his ears. Hearing their tortured screams, he turned in dread and his gaze was filled with despair and horror. Cold sweat drenched his skin as he stared at the nightmarish carnage before him. The captain's eyes darted wildly, his fear consuming him, sweat dripping as no escape revealed itself. In desperation, he suddenly drew forth a radiant blade and roared, "Cursed one, today I shall seal you with my blood-sacred offering." Immediately, his allies also unsheathed their glowing blades and their weapons shone with divine brilliance. Together, they chanted sacred offering in unison. Their voices shook the air as golden flames burst high into the heavens. From afar, catching their incantation, our hero murmured, "Offering this ritual feels too familiar. Could it be the same forbidden rite once wielded by abyss lords?" Where the golden flames converged, violent pressure erupted outward in all directions. But this surge of pressure gravely wounded the others, for they had already drained their strength in order to complete the summoning rite, leaving them weak and broken. Still, the ritual had not yet finished. To seal it, one of them cried the last invocation. "We humbly summon the descent of divinity." At once, the heavens glowed brighter as a torrent of golden radiance gathered above. From within that sacred brilliance, a celestial figure descended. Her presence illuminated the entire battlefield. Witnessing this, the commander's eyes burned with hope as he laughed and proclaimed, "Mighty Seraph, strike down the darkness before us." Our hero, beholding the radiant arrival, grew tense and solemn. The Seraph looked upon the holy warriors who had called her, and immediately she released waves of sanctified light upon them. Wrapped in that divine glow, their bodies pulsed with sacred power. From her hands, warmth also flowed, mending their wounds and restoring their exhausted spirits. And then, after blessing them with holy strength, the Seraph turned her gaze upon the undead. With stern command, she declared that such festering corruption must be purged by sacred fire. This angel that had manifested was none other than the seraphic spirit, shaped from the devotion of the holy order, drawn forth by blood sacrifice. She wielded might equal to a pseudo-god and could remain only 5 minutes. Our hero, hearing this, muttered coldly that he had committed no crime, yet still they dared brand him as wicked. At once, he invoked Dread Soldier, thinking to himself, a false god no more than a demon lord shadow, not beyond reach. Meanwhile, the seraph descended with furious speed upon his shadow beasts, conjuring a devastating palm of radiant force. Crying out in wrath, she roared that the cursed one must perish. The glowing palm shot forward with blinding speed, crashing toward the beasts. Its destructive might was overwhelming, shaking the earth beneath. Our hero's eyes hardened. Swiftly, he unleashed the soul flame and hurled it against her. When the flame touched her, the seraph shrieked in torment, clutching her head as rage consumed her. No matter her efforts, the soul fire could not be cleansed by mortal power. To resist its torment, she called forth holy blaze, wrapping herself in its burning veil, searing away the accursed flame. But the holy blaze spread outward, scorching the shadow beasts around her. The instant the sacred fire touched them, their bodies erupted into flames and vanished into ash. Watching this, our hero cursed inwardly, realizing with holy blaze present the undead could not even approach. Without hesitation, he summoned bone armor to shield himself, for a torrent of fire-charged energy was rushing toward him. As it struck, the flames devoured everything in their path. His bone armor shuddered under the weight of divine heat, and with a grim expression he admitted that even bone armor could not fully withstand the searing judgment of sacred fire. The holy blaze flared fiercer still, reducing the armor completely to nothing. Forced backward, he leapt to a safer ground. Drawing forth the relic known as the Venom God's essence, he declared coldly that if divinity opposed him, then divinity would be his answer. At his side, the Lich General stood ready, and our hero infused him with the venomous essence. The Lich General instantly lifted his staff and invoked Toxic Miasma, casting its aura across the entire legion of the dead. This ability enveloped each undead with a poisonous shroud, dealing continuous torment to all within 500 meters, endlessly stacking its venom. At once the aura spread like a plague, coating every skeletal warrior in a venomous haze. This poisonous tide surged outward toward the seraph. Yet upon seeing this, the seraph did not falter. Instead, she scorned his effort and mocked the feebleness of poison against her holiness. But while she diverted her focus to resist the venom, the skeletal warriors had already closed their circle around her. Their blades raised high, their forms cloaked in poison, they advanced with relentless steps. Witnessing this, our hero's eyes gleamed darkly as he proclaimed that his legion was eternal, undying, and unbroken. A single venomous aura may be weak, but infinitely stacked, it would drain even false divinity to oblivion. Soon, the poisonous mists consumed the seraph completely. Enshrouded by the toxic fog, she struggled desperately to break free. Coughing as venom coursed through her, she gasped in disbelief, her voice trembling with fury as she cried aloud at the poison's unnatural persistence.